Okay, in this video we'll discuss about water absorption by root hairs. So how the plants absorb water and what are the root hairs, that all we'll discuss now. So water is absorbed by the root hairs by the process called osmosis. So what is osmosis? So it is the movement of solvent particles. So movement of solvent particles, solvent, that means water, for example, movement of solvent particles from a low concentrated solution to high concentrated solution, low concentrated solution to high concentrated solution through semi permeable membrane. This is very important, semi permeable membrane. So the semi permeable membrane, which is permeable to few molecules to pass through it. So that is what, nothing but a cell membrane of every plant cell. Now coming to the structure and location of the root hairs. So root hairs are the outermost growth of root hairs. Root hairs, these are outgrowths of outermost layer of cells of roots. So to understand this one, let me draw the diagram. For example, this is a plant and its root. On the root we will see that very small hair-like structures called root hairs. To observe this one, if you better to observe the seedling, a sprouts. On the sprouts we will see that a small root. On this we can see very white color small microscopic structures called root hairs. These are what, microscopic. That means very fine structures we can't see with our naked eyes. So if you observe that root hairs clearly, they are what, outgrowths of outermost layer of cells of roots. So if I draw that root diagram, then you can come to know. Now see, this is a root and this is a root tip for our understanding. Okay, root tip. Now outermost layer of cells, these are outermost layer of cells. Okay, outermost layer of cells, outgrowths from that outermost layer. So from this a small growth is there. This is the outermost growth of the cells. This structure is called root hair. Hope you have understood what is root hair. It is the outgrowth of outermost layer of cells. So which is what, root hair. Now it is present in the soil. So let me draw this soil particles here. So these are what, soil particles. Now, so if you observe the cell in a plant, so it is the cell wall and cell membrane. Let me draw the cell membrane with the blue color. So cell membrane, and inside that all organelles we can see. In that plant cell, 90% of the space is occupied by what, a vacuole. So this is a vacuole and here nucleus. So this is what, vacuole. Now here also vacuole is there in every cell because this is the plant cell. So this is a vacuole. Now, and the blue color indicates what, simply for our understanding we are showing that blue color cell membrane, and outermost is what, cell wall. So plant cells consist of extra layer what, cell wall. So this is the cell wall of each cell. Okay, now coming to that, how the water is absorbed. The water is absorbed by process of osmosis. If you see that water in the soil consists low concentrated solution. So the water in the soil have a low concentration when you compare with that cell sap of a vacuole. So cell sap. So vacuole contain a liquid which is called cell sap. What is this? Cell sap. It consists salts, waste of plant cell, amino acids, water and other other substances. So these are all materials present in a cell sap and which is concentrated when you compare with the water in the soil. So this is high concentration. So water in the soil is a low concentrated solution and the cell sap having high concentration. Now the process what osmosis takes place, that means movement of water molecules or solvent molecules from the low concentrated solution, that means from the soil the water is absorbed. So the cell membrane is semi-permeable, it won't allows the water to leave the cell, but it allows the water to enter the cell. That means the water from the soil is absorbed into the cell sap by the process called osmosis. See, now the cell sap is receiving water. For example, this is a root hair. From the root hair the water is absorbing into the cell sap. Now let me draw that one more cell here. So this is a neighboring cell and here one more cell. Now as the more water is absorbing into that outermost cell, for example I will name it for our understanding A, and this is B and this is a C. For our understanding there is no names for them. Now as the more water is absorbing by the root hair into the cell sap of that outermost cell, that cell sap become dilute when you compare with the neighboring cell. Now so what is the neighboring cell? So cell B. As that water is entering the outermost cell, that means A, the cell sap of A become diluted than the cell sap of B. So which one is more diluted here, B or A? A. Why? Because the more water is absorbed. Now from here onwards again, from that A, the water is absorbed into that B cell, that means neighboring cell, by the same process what osmosis. As the more water is absorbing into the B cell, again the B cell become diluted when you compare with that neighboring cell, that is what C. So what process takes place here? Again osmosis. From the B cell, as the more water is absorbing into the B cell, it become diluted when you compare with that neighboring cell, that is what C. Again from the B, the water is absorbed. Now the cell sap of C cell is diluted when you compare with the neighboring cell. Like that the water is absorbed from one cell to another cell and towards the center of the root. In the root, next to these cells we can see a special tissue, what? Xylem. What is this? Xylem. So once the water enters the xylem by this process, from the xylem the water is simply transported upward. Why? Because xylem is the special tissue. Xylem is a special tissue, that is a vascular tissue which is specially present in the plant cells to conduct the water and minerals. So xylem consists vessels, tracheids and xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. So these are the cells present in a xylem tissue. It is a complex tissue. These all cells are helpful for the conduction of water, especially vessels and tracheids. So this process here, what simply the soil water is low concentrated solution when you compare with the cell sap of vacuole. From the low concentrated solution through the semi-permeable membrane, the water is absorbed into that outermost cell. From this cell into the neighboring cell by means of same osmosis, as the neighboring cell is concentrated when you compare with that A cell. From here to B, B to C, and finally to the xylem. Once the water enters the xylem is able to transport it upwards, so in a unidirectional manner. Like this, there are so many root hairs are there from cells. So these are root hairs from this side also. So these are root hairs absorb more water, and by the absorption of more water, but by this vast number of root hairs, they create a small pressure which is called root pressure. So what is that? Root pressure. So about root pressure we'll discuss in the next videos. To understand about the osmosis also, you can see that my previous video. Thank you.